God bless you, Global Christian friends. America has gone from talking on the telephone to talking to the telephone. And a lot of us are under the same old habits. Nothing new. There's a New Testament. We're still laboring under a lot of weight that's not necessary. Not good for our health, not good for our wealth, not good for our spirit. Which deliverance is greater? The children of Israel from the bondage of Egypt, or the deliverance of the whole creation, which includes both Israel and Egypt, from the bondage of corruption? Even from the days of Noah, God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. For all flesh had corrupted his way, God's way, upon the earth. Genesis chapter 6, verse 2. Those unclean spirits of the world are a carryover from the great flood which flooded the world. When you mount up into the heavens during the great flood which flooded the world, you fully understand how all flesh corrupted his way, God's way, upon the earth. When you come into the highway known as a way, God's way, it is the way of holiness, and the unclean spirits shall not pass over it. Isaiah 35 and 8. Unclean spirits cannot enter into nor pass over God's highway of holiness. Did not God tell Moses, go get thee down, cutting short Moses' visit with God because of corruption? For thy people. Here God disowned them as his people, telling Moses that they are thy people, which thou, not I, brought out of the land of Egypt. They have corrupted themselves They've turned quickly out of the way, God's way, which I commanded them. They've made them a molten calf, Exodus chapter 20, verses 4 and 5, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Exodus 32, 7 and 8, Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 12. Let us not forget the anointed cherub that covereth. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. Ezekiel 28:17. If the wisdom of the anointed cherub can be corrupted, surely the whole creation need deliverance from the bondage of corruption by the children of God. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, neither doth a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruit. Luke chapter 6, verse 43. Going over into Luke, we stopped at the 12th chapter, and where it says, 34, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Think about that statement. Jesus had said, Fear not, little flock, for it is thy Father's good pleasure to give unto thee the kingdom. And that was enough knowledge to spend eternity right there to question God about that statement. It is thy Father's good pleasure to give unto thee the kingdom. We've talked about that at great length. Now, the watchful servant, you'll find that also in Matthew 24, 45 through 51. There's a lot of scriptures along with this. 12:35, we said, here we go, Luke 12:35. Let your loins be girded about and your lights burning. Other words, step into nuclear fusion. That's what he means. Stepping into nuclear fusion. And we find out that John 5:35, Jesus made that statement clear about John. There, he was a burning and shining light. So let your loins be girded about and your lights burning. Having your loins girded about with truth. It says that Elijah girded up his loins and went ahead of Ahab, King Ahab. And 12:36 says, Luke 12:36, and ye yourselves be like unto merchants that wait for their Lord. Now, you know that their Lord is a consuming fire. He's a consuming fire. That's Hebrews 12:29. But he made you ministers flames of fire, Hebrews 1:7. And when he returned from the wedding, that when he come and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately. Now we've got that information. We learned that from 11 and 9. And we also see in Revelation 3:20 where Jesus said, Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Blessed are those servants in verse 37, whom the Lord when he comes shall find watching. Verily I say unto you that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. We'll stop here at the 37th verse of Luke chapter 12. Till next time, God bless you, pastors, American people in public and government.